When I say government must be deliberate, I mean it. No matter how organized we are as young people, if a government is not deliberate in raising, taking care of youth issues, the youth will suffer. And I want to give an example of the current government. You see, they are being considerate. President William Ruto is very deliberate. He realized there's a lot of people struggling. The real hustlers that we keep talking about. Hustler Fund is directly affecting the real hustlers. He has created a platform where he's given those people who are not able to get the bare minimums on social income to be able to have something that is purely dependent from government. So government has to be deliberate with initiating angles or getting the environment favorable for young people to come on board. If a government is not favorable, no matter how much, Thomas Sankara, you've given an example of Thomas Sankara. Thomas Sankara fought from scratch. Yeah, and he tried his level best to stabilize the best way he can. And we all know what happened to Thomas Sankara. The government has to be deliberate. It has to be deliberate. That's why when the 6-month-old government came on board, they said the policies under the youth fund, women fund, and other funds that were so limiting and so frustrating for young people to access funds have to be rechecked, have to be reanalyzed, reorganized, and place new policies that are friendly and easy for young people to access funding and assistance from government. So government has to be deliberate. And we have to give to Caesar what belongs to Caesar. We have to say, honestly, William Ruto has done what he can in the last few 6 months. He's been able to consider young people in a certain percentage and say, hey, you guys are struggling to getting funds. Get the fund through Hustler Fund. You guys, your policies in Uwezo Fund and all these things are too difficult. The criteria is impossible. Let's change them, make them more physical and more available for you people to be able to access all this funding. And it's happening. We just need to expose ourselves to such things. If the government has no interest, there will be no success for young people.
But Begi, when you talk about funding that are meant to, or kitties that are meant to uplift the standards of living of young Kenyans and young Africans for that matter, is there then the discipline? Because you already have more than 800,000 defaulters at the moment, despite the government rolling out the same. Where is the discipline? Listen,
in every business, even when we open businesses, there are businesses that will fail, there are businesses that will manage. There are people who will always know. Now, this one goes down to the values that you have as an individual. I want to grow. I've been given a platform by government to grow. I'm getting free money with less interest within a reasonable period of time. From a Shylock. A Shylock would give you 1,000 and ask you, Gioni, you give me 1,700 or 1,500. Government is giving you less, much more, within a longer period of time with a lesser interest. It is up to me as a young person or as an individual who needs financing to be able to take advantage of the platform. Because the more you pay, the more you are able to grow to the next level of picking more cash. So there is the 800,000 who have failed to pay. I will give a different opinion. I would not say they are directly, they have decided not to pay. I would say maybe some of them invested in the wrong investments. I would say maybe some of them were not able to do their maths right and realize that within this period of time, this needs to be done. But then again, let's go back to the economics of business. Every business has the younger stage, the middle stage, and the mature stage. It happens. There's no business that comes in. In fact, when we were talking of the Financial Inclusion Fund, which is now the Hustler Fund, government knew very well there'll be defaulters. But how much defaulters will be there was supposed to be known, because government would have shied off and said tutapoteza pesa, but they said let's take the risk. And you see, considering the number, the ratio of the people who've paid back and the ratio of people who've not paid back is a loss that you can deal with. And the more people understand what Hustler Fund is, the more people will continue picking more and more and more. Look at the new face that was introduced, is yet to be introduced recently by the minister. He was speaking about it, I think, on the same platform here, Citizen. They are going to increase the loans that are being taken up by hustlers from the 50,000 to a tune of 2.5 to 3 million. Yeah? If it was all wrong and Hustler Fund was not working, nobody would go for it, and the government would not even think of initiating the next stage. So it's up to us young people to be able to take advantage of what is there for us and use it right.